For this tutorial, we'll be cutting the waistcoat first, and my fabric is folded into two. So what I folded here is my bust measurement divided by 4 plus my stitching allowance. That's about 1.5 inches. You know, most times waistcoat is not supposed to be like fitted, so you're going to add small allowance to give it that free effect. So I marked a starting point, and then from there I'm going to go ahead and mark the length of this waistcoat, which is at 15 inches, and then I added half inch stitch 1 inch stitching allowance to it. Sorry. Then the next thing I'm doing is to mark my shoulder measurement divided by 2 to it, and then I added half inch stitching allowance to it. You can reduce this your shoulder measurement by half of an inch or 1 inch so that it will be away from your shoulder line. It gives a better fitting. Then I went down by my shoulder measurement divided by 2 plus 1 inch for my bust point. Then at that point, I'm adding my bust measurement divided by 4, and I'll go ahead and connect all these lines, and also curve in my armhole. Then for my neckline, I am going down by 1 inch for my neck depth. Okay, I forgot to mention we are marking the back bodice first. That was then for my neck width. We are marking. I'm taking 2 inches in, and then I went down by half inch for my shoulder slope, and then I'll add my stitching allowance for my shoulder at that point. Then I'll go ahead and cut it out. So the back bodice is more like the basic cutting. There's nothing difficult about it. Then for my back bodice, I went ahead to fold another fabric, and as you can see, there's some allowance at the center front, which is going to serve as our zipper, as our button allowance, and I have 2.5 inches there. So I'll go ahead and measure what I have here, taking away my seam allowance, and I'll mark the center of it. So what I measured is the back bodice. I'll go ahead and go down by about 2 inches from that hem part of the back bodice, and then I'll connect the line as you see me doing. I'll connect it towards the seam side of the back, and then I'll connect it to the center back. Just look at the video, you understand what I am trying to do, or we are doing. So I'll connect it to the center back, and then I'm going to go ahead and connect this line straight onto the center front. So the first connection is that is side back, and then the other one is that the center back. So once we are done with that, I'm just going to go ahead and trace out this starting point of this fabric. Remember that we already added half inch to the shoulder line, so we want to take it out. Then I'm going down by 5 inches for my neck depth. I'm also tracing out the neck width from the back, and then I'll go ahead and connect this. So while connecting this, I'll first of all connect the exact measurement I have at this, which is 5 inches. But if you cut it this way, you're going to struggle while folding in your button allowance. So I'm going to come up by 1 inch and then connect it. I'm going to recut the exact neck measurements as we go on with the video, but just for the safety of our button, I'm going to cut it this way. If you haven't subscribed up to this moment, please do well to hit on the subscribe button, join the family, give me a thumbs up, share my videos. If you have any question, please do well to drop it, and I will respond to you as soon as I can. So this is what we have at this point. The first thing I'm going to be doing is to join my shoulders. Most times I do this first, right? So I'll join my two shoulders with half of an inch that I added to it. So once we are done with this is what we have, and I use my serging machine to join this because I'm looking for a professional look after it. So for my button allowance, I'll fold in by half of an inch and then fold over by 1 inch again, and then I'll go ahead and stitch it down. I'll do the same thing for the other side. I'll fold in by half inch and then fold over by 1 inch and then stitch it down. So guys, this is what we have. You can see the button allowance. I hope you guys can see it. So I folded my fabric into the two front together so that we'll trace out that neckline that we cut out, right? So from the starting point, I'll measure 5 inches downward, and I'll mark it up to where the fabric ends, so that I'll be able to connect. Then with the help of my ruler, I'm going to trace out the 5 inches. So from the beginning of the neckline, I'll go ahead and mark that 5 inches that we took out so that it aligns at this point, and then I'll go ahead and cut it out. I hope you understand what we are trying to do. So if you don't do this way, you can as well fold it in and then cut out at the initial stage. That's you fold your buttonhole allowance, you use your pin to hold it, and then trace cut it off before folding your zipper allowance, so that you don't have issues with it and at the end of the day. So guys, this is what we have at this point. So the next thing we are going to be doing, is to work on the armhole and on the neckline. I'm just trying to show you guys how it looks at this point. So once I'm going to open this up, so with the help of my serging machine, I'm going to serge all around my neckline and also all around my armhole, and then I'll fold in by 1/2 inch once I am done. You can use facing if you want at this point, or you can add your lining, but for me, that's how I do mine when I'm trying to be very fast. So this is what we have at this point. So after serging, I fold in by 1/2 inch. If you do this, you will see that it comes out very neat. I don't know if you guys can see it. So once I am done with that, I'm going to go ahead. If you don't have your serging machine, you can fold in like 2 times to cover it up, or you can pipe it, which is a better option, or you can just cut your facing. So this is what you have. The next thing I'm going to do is to stitch down these 2 seam side. So guys, this is what we have at this point, and the same thing I did for the neckline and armhole I do to the hem of this waistcoat jacket. That's, I serged it and then fold in by 1/2 inch, and that's what we have. So I'll go ahead and attach my buttonhole, my button, and also that small thing that looks like a pocket to it. You can use this thing to hold it before doing all those ones, and that's basically all for, I believe, all for the waistcoat. This is what you have. So you can see this back and you can see the front, and let's get straight into the skirt. So for the skirt part of this gown, is going to be short and fast. So this is for the back part of the skirt. What I have here is my length of my skirt plus about 4 inches stitching allowance to it. So we need some to attach our band, and then the other one to hem this skirt. And then the width of this is the round of my waist measurement. I didn't divide anything, just the total waist round of my waist. Oh my goodness, my waist measurement. Then we are going to go ahead and cut the front part of it. So the front part, what we are going to be folding is your waist measurement divided by 4 plus about 2.5 inches to 3 inches. That's what you're going to be folding at this point. Then I'm going to go ahead and mark our starting point to it. So we are going to mark our starting point, and then from there, so I noticed that my fabric is not straight, so I'm going to go ahead and straighten this so that we don't have any issue moving forward. So from this line that we just marked from the starting point, I'm going to go ahead and mark about 6 inches to it, and then I'll add 1/2 inch stitching allowance to to join the plaiting part of this skirt. So what you are going to do basically is to divide your length into 3, and then take out some and add to the lower part, so that the upper part will be shorter, right? Or divide it into 2, into 2. So what I marked there is my waist measurement divided by 4 plus my stitching allowance, and then I'm going to slant it to emit the end of the fabric. I don't know if you get this, because I was trying to explain the other part and it seems like I missed to explain this part. So the beginning is your waist measurement divided by 4 plus your stitching allowance, and then you slant it just like a line into that 3 inches that we marked. So what I'm going to do there is to serge the waist of this skirt and then fold in by 1/2 inch. Then for this one, I'm going to also serge and then fold in, but whatever you're going to fold in should be enough to pass your elastic. So guys, this is what we have for the front part of this skirt. So we've already took out 6 inches. So the next thing you're going to do is to mark the remaining length of this skirt, and then I'll place it this way, front facing front, stitch down my seam allowance, and then I'll start making my plaits. So I'm going to plait all the way to the end of this side of the skirt. So guys, this is the back side of it. We are done stitching down, so I'm going to go ahead and use my 1 inch elastic. I'll go ahead and start fixing this into it. I think mine was a bit small for the elastic, but I found my way. So if you can give yourself, you can pay attention to it while creating space for the elastic. So once I was done with it, I went ahead to join the two sides of this skirt and also hem this, and this is what we have at the end of the day. So by the time I iron it out, you will see how beautiful it is. And I also forgot to film the last part of it before shipping it in or sending it to the owner. I'm so sorry about it, and I believe it comes out well. And I will see you in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.